Donald Trump has ousted his Attorney-General Pam Bondi, the second cabinet member he's fired since the start of the year. America's editor John Lyons is at the White House for us. John, good morning. Mr. Trump has sacked a loyalist here. Why?
Well, good morning, Emma. We're coming to you live from the White House, where not that long ago, President Trump sacked, as you said, his Attorney-General, Pam Bondi, who was one of his most vocal public supporters. How many times I've heard her say that he's the greatest president ever, or words to that effect, I can't count. She was always effusive in her praise for him, but she's gone now. She had the plum job as America's senior law officer. But in recent months, it's been clear, there's been a lot of widespread reporting that there were two possible issues there that were starting to bubble away, and some of it is around the Epstein files. As the Attorney General, head of the Department of Justice, she was overseeing the whole release of the Epstein files. It's clear Donald Trump was not happy with a lot of that. And so he's just decided now to replace her with Todd Blanche, her deputy at the Department of Justice. So dramatic news here. One of his most loyal people in the cabinet is gone after just over a year.
Who is Todd Blanche, the new acting Attorney General?
Well, interesting character. Todd Blanche is one of Mr. Trump's former personal lawyers. And so that will obviously raise questions about to what extent does the president want him to essentially continue in that sort of role. Now, I think it's really important when discussing Todd Blanche to remember that a few months ago he went down to Florida and he interviewed Ghislaine Maxwell, who was the partner, she's in jail, the partner of the convicted sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. Now, he went there supposedly to find out whether there was anything that had been overlooked in initial investigations, and he did the interview with her. Many people at the time raised their eyebrows and said a former personal lawyer of Donald Trump shouldn't be doing the interview on a subject that does, in different ways, impact on Donald Trump, even though he's denied any wrongdoing at all. And then it was later emerged that she had said he's clear, he has nothing to answer for. Shortly after that, she was moved to a much better prison facility. And so I think the Democrats now here are starting to say all of this is improper. They claim she's weaponised the Department of Justice. Donald Trump and her supporters until now have said that she's dramatically cut down on crime in America.